Welcome everybody to the stream. I hope everybody's doing good. Yeah, I almost had to do something completely different and weird for today's stream because I could not think of something to do. Because we're kind of between projects and between videos and stuff for Whimsicraft, I had no idea what to stream. But then I remembered these two shocker boxes have been sitting in my house for about 3 months. And so today we're going to use them. This part of the bridge here is been reserved for me to decorate because this part needs to kind of go off in this direction. So we have this blank bit. Now, there were many different ways I could have kind of decorated this. I could have done it as a little bit of a path, a little bit of kind of just like splotchy work. You know, there are also different things I could have done to decorate this, but I decided to do some mechanical bits. I gathered these resources a while ago, and as you can see there, it's a pretty expensive set of stuff. Furnaces, droppers, servers, pistons, copper stuff. That was a lot of resources to put together. But hopefully it should be enough to allow us to decorate, well, yeah, most of this bridge, hopefully. First thing I want to do is I do want to quickly just repair up all my tools, just in case we run through them all today. So I'm going to hop over there to begin with. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. That's what we want to do, because then I can get a stupidly high Y level with one trident. Yeah, 287. So I went up over 220 blocks into the sky, which is pretty cool, I think. So yes, we're just going to make our way over here. What I may want to do at some point today is also do some creeper farming. You can also see that I desperately need to empty my inventory a little bit, so we're going to do that too. Let's run up here. Oh. Okay. I guess there's already XP. Oh, it's not very much. Okay, good. Good. Okay, so let's wait for the guardians to come in. They'll be here in a sec. You can see they're all spawning down there, but the nether portal on the nether side hasn't quite kicked in yet, but I can see that there are drops coming through it at the very least, so we should get some guardians through very shortly. Very shortly. Oh my god. Yeah, sometimes it's a bit slow, but once it gets up and running, it's nice and speedy. Yeah, let's just do these. Okay, I'm not sure why I did them in that order, but it's fine. Let's do that, and I've got all the fish that I need. We can put that away, and boom. Cool. So we've done that, and yeah, we're now basically ready to start, which is really cool. A lot of these streams I don't plan very well, and then I have to spend a lot of time kind of prepping resources and doing stuff, getting ready for the stream. But today, nope, we do not need to do that. We are pretty much completely ready to start. What I do want to do is I want to do a small section to kind of figure out exactly what we want it to look like. Some of the blocks that we want to include, stuff like that. I think one thing that we may want to include is something other than this stone. I do like the stone a lot. I think it's a nice canvas building block to make. It looks like concrete, but I think with the dilapidated nature of this build, I think it would make sense in a lore perspective to slightly variate this. We're not going to go too crazy. Nothing extreme. But I think just including a little bit of andesite and a little bit of polished andesite, perhaps. Maybe just andesite. Maybe that's all we need, just to add that tiny bit of variation. Let's see, do we have andesite? Ooh, we definitely do. I'm not sure why these shock boxes are so disorganized. But anyway, let's take that out. Take this out, put that in there. Yeah, we're gonna have to swap all this around with somebody. Somebody's been in my storage and messed it up. No, it's alright. It's a very confusing system. I do not blame Fern at all for not putting anything back in the right place, because half the time I don't either. It's entirely fair. But yeah, there's our shockbox of andesite. That's what we're going to need for today. And that is a shockbox of stone, which doesn't go in there. It goes up here. Dang, do we really have that much stone? Oh, it's all not organized. Okay, fine. I will have to ignore that, because I cannot spend half the stream reorganizing my storage system. It cannot be done. Also, look at all these shock boxes. Look how exciting this is. This is really cool. It's what we'll be working on next week with Fern, most likely. But anyway, so to my knowledge, this bridge is hollow, yes, but it's hollow in a way that's useful because I can stand and kind of just look forward and just break stuff to kind of, yeah, make it. So I guess the idea is that because this is a public transport bridge, it would be more well maintained than a building on the verge of collapse. Like, let's say this building is neglected and this bridge is not. We can show that by the amount of variation that we use in the blocks. So I would say that perhaps the places where the cars, the boats, drive would be pristine because it's where people are going. But over here, maybe it's not. Hi, Cake. How was your stream earlier? That was a crazy time to stream, by the way. That's wild. Like, I know it's like just morning for you, but wake up like Fern was live at 3 AM. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah. Let's start this out. So I think just kind of doing this, just kind of walking around, breaking blocks as I see fit, would be a nice way to... Wait, these are slabs. I didn't think about slabs. I should replace these with andesite slabs, shouldn't I? That would be smart. Unfortunately, quite a lot of this variation that I'm doing here will be covered by the blocks that I'm going to be placing on top, the pistons and all that stuff, to kind of get that industrial feel. But there's not really a ton I can do about that because I won't know where to place it, and I think it's more efficient to do it this way, just because... No, usually I found a morning stream, but I did them occasionally. Yeah, no, for me, morning is my time to be educationally productive, I guess. This morning I finished my last essay that I will ever have to write for university, like at all, the last one. So I'm like done on that. Well, I guess it's long written assignment because the exams technically have long written questions into, but you know what I mean. Like, it's the last assignment I've got to do, and that's now done. I did not manage to actually upload it onto the system yet, but you know, it's fine. Yeah, I'm quite a fan of this, to be honest. I think this is definitely what I want to do. Now, one thing that's important to consider is whether there's any merit in changing the amount of andesite from start to finish, because I personally feel like there's probably not. Like, I would guess that there would be no reason for it to change over time. I need a box to put stuff in. Okay. Oh, it's all the sand that I've got made, right? Let's get rid of the sand. Maybe place down some chocolate boxes, because these are for a different project that I'm working on. It's for the skyscraper. Oh, don't need that box. Don't need that box. And I can put that away. Okay, there we go. That's better. A bit more organized. But yeah, I have no idea what I was literally just talking about. But anyway, yeah, morning for me is for university stuff, and then afternoons and evenings and nights are for fun stuff. I don't know, it's kind of just the way I've always worked, where it's been like, I mean, I guess when you think about it, like when you go to school, you do stuff in the morning and then do your fun stuff in the evening or at night or whatever. I guess it's just habit that my brain is switched on for work in the morning. I'm not sure why I'm picking up these slabs. I just don't really like waste. So we're gonna salvage them as best we can. Okay, cool. We don't have a box to put these in, but I also don't have a stone cutter to replace any of this with slabs. So let's grab one of them. And oh yeah, I forgot about this. So there was an oopsie with the server resource pack, and all of the paintings have been reset. So every single painting that I placed got reset back to standard default paintings, which means I'm gonna have to go back through. Now that one has stayed. Does that mean... Wait. So it was... Oh, that one was replaced by someone, but that one survived. These ones didn't. How very strange. Okay, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, there was a painting oopsie. But it's all good. Oh, I hit the ceiling. So bad at this. Sometimes I think, oh, like I'm pretty good at Minecraft, you know, and then I just like fly into walls. It's just like, oh, okay. No, cool. That's great. I'm really happy to know that I'm absolutely useless at this game. But yeah, let's throw in this variation. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this. I like how it kind of just breaks the monotony a tiny bit. And then what we'll do is we'll then go in with the more interesting industrially blocks and actually get that proper pattern going. I think one thing that would be cool to do is kind of invent a few standard gizmos that get placed regularly along. I think it would be cool to have a mixture of random variation and things that stay the same. I think that would be pretty cool. So you kind of get this feeling of familiarity as you look at the blocks, but not that much. Because obviously if it was a repeating pattern, that would be terrible. It would look so weird. But if it's not a repeating pattern, if it's got a little bit of variation, I think that would be cool. I think perhaps kind of using these sections to my advantage to kind of reinforce that slight repetition. I think that would be really, really interesting. So we kind of got this. I think somewhere here there should be like a big like power unit or something, you know, something like that, because at the end of the day there are cables running down these pathways, right? Those cables don't really serve a function because we're in a boat. Like, I know kind of the whole point is that it's supposed to be imitating a railway line, but what if these are here, why, like, you know, I want to connect them to something, basically. I think that would be cool. So I think having a cable come out and then connect to some kind of box, like generator box or like something, I think that would be pretty interesting. So let's grab some of these industrial blocks. What is this one? Oh, that's my andesite blocks, okay. And then, yeah, so this is just basically where we can keep our stuff. So let's figure this bit out. So, except that box is perfectly in the way, because of course it is. But I think what would be nice is to have a chain coming out of this block, because it's just perfect. Perfect for having chains come out of. Like, it just works. So if we take a chain out of it, and then maybe we use some of these blocks to kind of create a power unit. And this is definitely going to be a repeating pattern somewhat. So I need to be very careful to make it interesting. Like it's something that you would want to see repeatedly, but it's cool enough, I guess, is what I mean. So I did a little bit of building like this in season 1. I had an area of my dockyard area, like shipyard area, that had some industrial building like this. But I want to make sure that this is, I guess, better, yeah. I want it to be cooler, more interesting. One thing I haven't... Okay, I do actually have some buttons. But the thing is that I think I imagine this being a bit chunkier than that. Like, I quite like this as a small unit, but I think I want it to be bigger. Have a little bit more presence. So it's definitely something that you'd notice. So maybe this, and then... I don't know whether it wants to be completely blocky. I think that could be. I don't like that symmetry though. Could do this, right? How's that? I think the chain isn't prominent enough by itself. Like, it's fine. The chain is fine, but it doesn't have enough presence for you to kind of properly notice and appreciate the fact that I connected it all in properly, which, you know, I was actually writing about this in my essay, like, you got to, if you do something cool, you got to tell people, otherwise it doesn't count. That's a bit, it's a little bit silly, but like, if you want people to appreciate the work you do, you got to tell them. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm building in a way that tells people what I'm doing so they can see and appreciate it. Maybe that's where I need to use copper chains rather than iron chains, because copper chains are a bit more bright. But I think I would need to use green chains, these ones. So I'd have to sit in AFK after building this to get the green chains, but that's not impossible. I could get some green chains. Let's get some chains. To my knowledge, we don't have any more chains. Yeah. Okay. Do we have copper though? Oh, we do. Okay. Cool. That's perfect. Nice. Okay, so we can put that away. Those live in this chest. Okay, cool. No, that's really good. That's really good. I'm really happy about that. So we can place these in, and it will look good with the orange chains. Okay, it looks really good with the orange chains. I kind of want to keep them. I kind of want to wax them. They're too cool. I did this, and then put not a trapdoor. I don't like the trapdoors. The copper trapdoors, they're very bright. But if we did this, it does look like a power unit. If I put a little bit different variation on it, something like stuff that can change, I think we've got ourselves a thing. You know? I think that's a thing. Cool. That's really expensive, but we could build all of those now, to be fair. We could go through and place all of these in. But I really want to wax them. So I'm going to grab my infinite supply of honeycomb real quick. So, yeah. Let's grab one of these boxes. Yeah, that'll do. Yes, I have a lot of honeycomb. The farm produces so much, it's just stupid. Like, I just have infinite. I mean, what I could do, to be fair, is I could let them age a little bit and have, like, exposed, like waxed exposed chains, potentially. I think I'm going to wax it all for now, and we could do it later if I think it's cool. Close waffle! See, once again, the chat's done that weird thing where it's turned "how are you" into "game" for no reason, like with a weird symbol, like huh? Like on my end, it's so strange. But at least it displays on stream, right? Anyway, hello, how's it going? Good to see you here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build like 1,500 of these. So they are pistons. Need to make sure I get this right. So it's pistons, droppers, observers, and furnaces. And then it's waxed chains, buttons, levers, and trapdoors. Cool. Well, you don't? I am decorating. So if I fly up and show you, actually, I could do a much better demonstration if I do this real quick. It's going to take a second to load, but if I do this, you can see. It's quite a long bridge, and it's quite boring because this bit isn't decorated, so I'm going to decorate it. I came up with the idea of this power unit to connect to each of these. I'm going to do all of these. Find the early, let's go, Dre! Hello. Good to see you in. Yeah, so now I've designed one of these. I figured out what the floor's going to look like. So we're going to do the floor, then we're going to do the power blocks, and then we got to do the more variated random bits, because I had an idea. I thought that using some amounts of kind of like repeating blocks and then non-repeating blocks, just like a piston and a lever, like this. Oh, of course, like this with this and whatever. Like, these, like, little bits, these are the things that will make the randomness. How are you going to make the power lines I heard you want to make? I don't recall wanting to make power lines. No, I don't know. But these are my power cables for this thing. They're just copper chains. They're waxed at the moment, but I might let them not be waxed later, but we'll see. We'll see what I think. Anyway, I need andesite. Cool. Andesite, we're going to need a ton. I think we used like shulker boxes of stone when we did this, so going to need an equally ridiculously large amount of this. Ahoy, matey. So, ahoy, I guess. Ahoy, hoy. The original message for answering the phone. Alexander Graham Bell thought that people should answer the phone with ahoy, hoy, which I think is awesome. But come on, like, hello, it's way better. Like, come on. Right, maybe I don't all good. Right, so now we're gonna continue doing this variation for the andesite. Yes, this is an extremely scientific method of variation that relies on years of experience and isn't me just randomly flinging my pickaxe about. You know, for sure, 100%. Don't doubt me. Need to make sure I'm keeping vaguely consistent with it. It's not the most visible change. But, yeah. One thing I do want to do at some point, which will come in the later future, is I'm actually going to variate the bridge itself. Now, this is something that Fern didn't want to do initially because of the expense of all the blocks. So the whole point is that we farmed all this stone. It was very easy to get a large quantity of, so it was chill. I want to decorate this bridge with something that's not so cheap. I want to introduce a little bit of andesite, some like green blocks, some other stuff. Like, I want to make it cool, but obviously that's going to take a lot of time and effort. So that's something that we'll be working on pretty much for all the coming streams for a while. Is me just decorating this bridge because it just takes so long. Andesite is farmable. It is. That is true. That is very true. Stone is, however, much more farmable. Andesite also isn't farmable on Whimsicraft currently because no one has a gold farm. So, yeah. Yikes. I think there are plans for a gold farm to be built, so there will be large quantities of quartz around, but not right now, unfortunately. Can't remember who else wanted it. Who else wanted the gold farm? So, I swear there were two people who were going to make it. I think it was Turt and Hydro that were going to make. Both wanted gold at one point. I think. Something like that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But I had an oopsie. It was very funny. So on the public Whimsicraft Discord, we have a channel called Member Intro, which is where I make people put a tiny little bit of information about themselves, so that if someone completely new to Whimsicraft wants to figure out who they want to watch, they can go onto the member intro and see and kind of get a general idea of who someone is. And I realised yesterday that Lawrence and Flan hadn't done it, and then later realised that Turt hadn't done it either, because I forgot about Turt, and it was like, oh dang, that's been a while for me to forget that. Like, I remembered it for the new people, and Booth. I badgered James about it for like months, I think. It was funny. James kept forgetting, and I kept forgetting to kind of send him a proper message like, yo bro, can you do this please? And so it just got to the ridiculous point where it'd been so long. It was very funny. But that is the joy of not doing things professionally or with any written systems. It's all down to my memory of doing something, which I think is stupid. But it's what I do, so I guess that's just the way it is. As I said before, I don't know why I'm picking up these stone slabs, but I want to, and so I am. I don't know. Jeez, this is such a long bridge. Like, it is criminal how long this bridge is. I am looking forward to seeing it being done, because I think it will look incredible with all this detail and variation all the way down, but oh my god. Just doing this takes so long. Like, it's actually insane. And like, just as basic as adding a tiny bit of variation is just going to take so long. It's crazy. But, shorten the bridge. I wish that would be great. If the Mushroom Island was closer, that would be really nice. I really like that. To be fair, if I could just pick up and move the Mushroom Island, that'd be awesome. Because then it would be out of render distance of Avery's gunpowder farm. Yeah, just move the whole island. Easy. Just mine every block and then place it back, you know, 20 chunks closer or something. It's fine. Definitely not the most difficult thing that you could ever possibly do. No. It's fine. Let me sprint crouch. There we go. It's a sandbox game, so I should move the island. Yeah. That would be an unbelievable video to see. Imagine that as the title of a video. I moved an entire mushroom island. Yeah, or like something like that on my SMP, something like that. I don't know how. I don't know what the viral title is there. I'm pretty decent at thinking of titles, but sometimes it takes me a sec. I was doing it. I did it with Tram a while ago. Helped him with a title. I don't know, like getting the flow of the title, because like sometimes titles can sound a bit clunky, because obviously you're trying to fit such a large amount of information in so few words. They can feel really clunky and disjointed, so I like to think that I'm able to use my vast knowledge of doing 12 billion streams and writing a title for every single one, that I'm actually decent at writing titles now. It's pretty cool. Yeah, just filling all this in. Islands are removable. Who cares? I did it anyway. Whimsicraft episode 283. Oh my god. That is... yeah. That is not happening. I wonder how many Whimsicraft videos have been made in total. I mean, I could look at the hashtag Whimsicraft, but I don't think all the Whimsies use hashtag Whimsicraft, because I haven't told them that it's a thing that I'm trying to do. But some of us use it. Low-key moving islands would be cool. Yeah, it would be sick. Average hardcore YouTuber day 1, so I just got full nether right now. I'm going to move my entire mushroom island day 2. Hey, done! Yeah, exactly. It's stupid. It is crazy how much someone with absolutely no life other than YouTube can do. Like, there were, you know, like the first part of season 1, summer holidays, absolutely nothing to do other than play Whimsicraft. That's how I got so much done. I just logged in every single day, recorded and edited. Like, it was stupid. Stupid how much I could do. That will never happen again, though, unfortunately. Well, I hope that one day it will happen again. Wouldn't it be cool that at some point I would kind of put all this effort in to work and then be like, well, don't need that anymore. It's time for YouTube. Wouldn't that be awesome? That would be so incredibly cool. You missed a slab. Oh, I did miss a slab, thank you. Ducky! Hi, Ducky. How's it going? How is the life of the duck man? I don't know. Ruby, I swear to God. I swear to God. Also, hello. POV Toby in retirement with infinite free time, 3,000 episodes a day. Yeah. Imagine that amount of editing. Oh. That would kill me. Be not much point in retiring if I decide to edit the entire time and then just have a heart attack from having to do that much editing. No. But yeah. Hello, hi people. I guess about 70 to 90-ish. What is that in reference to? I feel like I read up too far back and now I've lost what we were talking about. It's like shorts, no need to edit. Dre, I'm sorry to say, but shorts take as much editing as normal videos do. My ratio of editing on shorts, that was a short, it took me 3 hours to edit. It was 30 seconds long. Shorts take a lot of editing too. That's why I don't just produce them constantly. It's wild. Whimsicraft episodes in total? Oh no. Well, I did 50 in season 1 by myself. I did 53 plus 1 if you count it, but I did, yeah, no, I comfortably over 50 by myself. And then I've done what, 7 this season, so that's 60. So, and then last season, Crumb and Cake did a bunch. Like, no, it's way more. 3 hours for a 30-second short, dang, yeah, I know. And it didn't even perform that well because it wasn't an interesting enough of a content. Well, it was interesting. It wasn't, the hook wasn't good enough. It wasn't fast-paced enough to captivate anyone. Like, that is the reality of shorts, that they take a long time to produce. If you're doing other stuff at the same time. Don't get me wrong, like, I could produce daily shorts. It would be possible for me to do them. But, God no. I do not want to do that. It just sucks. Shorts take too much editing to, yeah. To turn a short into something that someone wants to watch, it's actually more editing than a normal video. Because you have so little time, you have to get that context going quickly, and it's kind of painful. Too little dopamines for the youngins? Yeah, exactly. Although, to be fair, when I watch shorts, sometimes what I'm looking for is something a little bit more fast-paced as well. Like, oh, by the way, with this variation, we're going to stop at the corner because it changes there. The way that this bridge works changes there, so a gradient starts to happen, but a different type of gradient, so we're going to stop at the corner. But there's a missing slab! How could you do this? Yep. It's 1,000 episodes from me alone, yeah, exactly. Who built this bridge, dude? All these mistakes, weird blocks, come on. Oh, not that one. Never mind. But yeah. I love how I say who built this bridge like it wasn't me. Yes, sprint crouch, go! I love that sprint crouching is a thing, like, why? Like, they refuse to patch it. But you also can't do it easily. Like, Mojang, just let me sprint crouch properly, please. Why do you have to make it so hard? But yeah. Make sure everybody in chat do your coolnesses for the day. I want to see mine as well. Oh, also, so today is Nightmare's birthday, and I wanted to wish Nightmare a happy birthday on stream, and they're not here. No, I'm gonna have to do it later. Maybe we'll see Night. You know, Night actually might be celebrating their birthday. 9/23. Jeez, nice. I'm very cool. You are indeed. You are indeed. Come on. Give me the thing. No, there's probably someone that's not. Yeah, most likely. Is what it is. Say it in the Discord. I will. I will later. But I wanted to do it on stream because I thought it would be nice. You know, we all love Night. Wanna do something special for them. But no. So I'll do it later. Can't do it on stream. Can't go typing in Discord on stream. But yeah. I'll be not fair on you people. You're here to watch me play this game. Oh no. I wonder if you spell my name right, it would come up with a better score. 3/4 cool. To be fair, in England, 3/4 is a first-class degree, so I'll take it. Anything above 70% for me is perfect. So 75 works for me. Yeah. It's like, okay, cool, you have 3 exams and an assignment. And if you average over 68% for all of them, you will get a first-class degree. I'm like, okay, cool. Oh, by the way, you also have 3 weeks to revise. Oh my god. I have a week per exam. 70 birthday's first few days, fun. Fiance, groomsman, night, sick. Whee. Any more andesite? You know, I should probably have a boat on me and like use the ice to travel, but also I kind of can't be bothered. Wait, how much more? How much more do we need? Oh, only like 2 stacks. Okay, cool. It's not so bad. Let's go. 63, no, total of 4. Oh, that sucks. We're up to 377. It's an improvement. It's not quite there yet, but... Blue, I swear to God. It would be funny to add, though. I could add it. A coolness variant. It's like, it would be exactly the same. I could just add it with different names. You know? I could do that. Would be kind of funny. Can't do it on stream, but maybe I'll add it. Maybe. What is that? That is disgusting chat in that chat right now. I don't even want to read all that. I will not grace your ridiculousness with my voice. It is not happening. Oh yeah, I did yesterday I recorded a voiceover for a video. It's not going to come out for a little bit because what I want to do is I want to push the upload back a bit so you guys don't get a super long dry spot without me uploading. Oh, it was more andesite than that. To avoid dry spots of content, I'm gonna push the video back like further than when it's ready, but I've got something in the works. It's not a Whimsicraft video, but it's something. You know, I should really be bouncing on the ice. That would be better. Save a bit of time. Okay, that's the problem with bouncing on the ice. If you mess it up, you splat into it. Whee! Elytra bouncing is so ridiculous. Actually crazy. What is going on? Oh my god. Okay, I suck. It is what it is. I need to get myself a boat. The question is, where did I put my boat? Oh, you know what I could do? I could just craft these copper chains and honeycomb together. I mean, I could. Where's my boat? There it is. Cool. And then I need more andesite, I think it was. I think that's why I came back. Cool. Can't wait for a 4-hour video on the history of sponges. That's a long video. Yeah, no. I do know something about sponges, but no. Absolutely not. I don't think I could ever allow myself to make a video that long. Because of the way that I make videos, I always watch them back through. After I finish editing them, after they're completely polished and done, I go back through and watch them. So if a video is longer than like 40 minutes, it's just horrible to listen to, like, watch back through because it's so long. Like, it's not happening. I need to get one of these to fix that, because that's actually disgusting. Just having a missing slab is just horrible. I know we have some though at the very least, so that's fine. Oh yeah, also chat, you need to be very proud of me. I actually have water with me. I very rarely remember to bring water to stream, but I actually have water. There you go. This is riveting stream content that you're seeing right here, just the side of my wall. But yeah, no, so I'll be actually hydrated for once, which is insane. It's also because it's kind of warm in England right now, and I am suffering as a result. I also need to go out tomorrow and walk for like half an hour in beating sun. It's gonna be so fun. Oh, yippee. Right. Smooth stone slab. There we go. Time to add this to the build to fix what Fern made, because it kinda sucks. Nyum. Oh yeah, also, so yesterday I was hanging out with Tram on call, and I told him I was making a video and whatever, and he was like, oh, you gotta tell me what the video is. And initially I was like, oh no, I can't tell you, you gotta wait and see. And he was like, nah, tell me, honestly, fine. And I told him, and he was like, oh, that's really boring. I'm like, yeah, I know, I knew you'd hate it. Not the type of thing that Tram would find interesting. I was like, oh, I'm doing it on this topic, and he was like, that sounds really boring. I'm like, yeah, I knew you'd find it boring, that's why I didn't tell you. Oh god. I need to figure out the thumbnail for that video though, because I want to give the video the best shot possible. But oh, there's another missing slab there. Burn! Burn, why do you do this to me? Okay. I should grab all the slabs, shouldn't I, and just have them? But yeah. No. It's the video's not quite as long as I thought it would be, interestingly, because I did the script. I wrote out the whole script, and then I used the word thing to like check and see how long it would be, because it's got like a time to read it out loud or something, some kind of like measure of how long it would take to read out loud. And I looked at it, and it said like it said 37 minutes or something. I was like, oh, dang, that's longer than I thought. And then I read it out, and it's like half that, and I'm like, ah, I see. Where is the missing slab? Genuinely, I know I skipped over it. Where is it? There it is. Jeez, that's so hard to spot. No wonder's been missed. Rock. I've been removing slabs randomly on your part of the highway to keep you busy. Oh, thanks, Rock. I really appreciate it. Also, hello. Welcome. Your video on different species of cats is going to go crazy. Are you just going to sit here and guess? You know what? If you guess what topic the video is on, I will tell you whether you're right or not. But you've got to get it specifically. So you can't just say, like, animals. Like, come on, you gotta be specific. But if you get it specifically right, I will confirm what the video is about. So there you go. There you go. Coolness is 525% cool. Over 50% of people want it, and therefore, okay. Alright, I will try and remember to add it to the list of commands so you can do it, chat. Okay, cool. So we've finished. Oh my god, so much. There was so many slabs. Jeez. Okay. Anyway, so what we are now going to do is we're going to build up these boxes. So there are some things that change. The buttons, the levers, and then this little bit can move around the top. But what it's made out of, the droppers, observers, pistons, and furnaces, and then I guess partially the chains, these are all going to stay the same. So I'm happy to build these up. So we're gonna ranking different types of cat video. You really think I would sell out and do reaction videos? Oh, Mark, like who do you think I am? Nah, I won't. I hope that I don't sell out and do reaction videos. I hope it doesn't come to that. Yeah. Maybe one day it will be required. But for now, I hope not. Wait, what is so the chains? Okay, that's all that stays the same. So we don't need these. We can do this and my boat. Oh, let me wax those. Nice. The 6-hour video of which Whimsy is most likely to kill a squid is a strange video, but I would definitely. You know, comparing Whimsies is against Whimsicraft rules, so yeah, it can't possibly be that. Yeah, it's impossible for it to be that video, because you know, rules and all that. Yeah, I like these units. They feel, I like the repetition of them. I think it's cool. I think it's was a good choice to include it. Adds a little bit of cohesion to a build that will not be cohesive by the end. Do this, and then cool. Cool. Trying to figure out like the most efficient way of placing these down. That's like time saving, but like ducking under that burner and ducking under the chain and stuff just isn't it. Maybe I should do the furnaces, the pistons, the observers, droppers. I mean, that was better. Okay, we'll do that as our building strat. The fact that this is something that I think about, because this is such a long project, the fact that I think about the efficiency of placing the blocks is, like what order the blocks should be placed in is wild. Are these supposed to be generators? Not really. I mean, it doesn't really need generators. They are some kind of power unit, but I wouldn't call them generators necessarily because a generator doesn't make thematic sense. But if you interpreted them as generators, then that works for me. Because it's some kind of electrical thingamajig. So if that's what you want to interpret it as, I am happy. That is fine by me. But that's the thing about these. Some of these electrical things kind of just won't make sense. They will just be arbitrary. Oh, that's the wrong block. They will just be kind of arbitrary because there's only so much that I can do that's real. I haven't studied mechanical engineering. I don't know what it needs to exist. But I know it looks cool. Transformers? I mean, again, there's not really a need for transformers around here because it's a railway line, but I'm not against the interpretation. It works for me. Right. So let's do this, do this. Yeah, this theme of like the pistons facing each other with the wood, I think that's going to be something common that I'll use a lot. I think it looks cool. Oh, come on. How many more do I have? It's actually quite a lot, isn't it? I mean, this is the short section of the bridge, but it's the more boring part as well, which is a bit scary. Oh yeah, if you break a bed and then look really carefully, one of those pixels is actually weird. Yeah. The way that the red bed works. It's the one of the pixels is different to all the others. It's really annoying. Okay. I guess that's what I wanted to have in my hotbar. Furnaces, pistons. Yep. I messed it up. I suck. No. I'm I'm gonna do this because I'm actually genuinely more used to having the pickaxe in slot 2. Oh, come on. What am I doing? It's literally the most basic set of things ever that I'm struggling to build. What is this? Right, so the video is about how to bioengineer a glow squid. It's a bit too scientifically dense for your audience. We're really stupid. Lawrence. Lawrence has been very active recently. It's been nice to see. Cool to see him online doing stuff. Even though it's supposed to be the season he does nothing, I'm very glad to see him online. I love the concept. It's so fun. It's just so fun. Oh, that's wrong. How do I keep forgetting to build this? This is like 4 blocks. It's literally 4 blocks and I'm messing it up. Like, what is this? But yeah, bioengineering a glow squid would be an interesting theoretical video. But no, unfortunately it is not that. Oh, there's no way I'm 1 piston short. Oh, and I'll be 1 dropper. Will I be 1 dropper short as well? There's no way! There's no way! Bruh. That is painful. Actually, it's 14 blocks. Fine. Fine. Right on a technicality once again, Ruby. Okay, right, that's good. Yeah, you know what? You know what we're going to do? We're going to go all the... How do I not have another dropper? Like, how am I uneven on that? Did I use one? Oh, okay. Right, we'll just grab those. Lazy time. I'll just do those later. Why do people use O/ to say hello? It's because it looks like a little head with a wavy hand next to it. Yeah, and now I'm waving. Yes, indeed. I actually don't remember when I learnt that. I think I learnt it from Hermitcraft, but I only started using it on Whimsicraft actually. I never used to use O/ at all until it was just like the standard greeting on Whimsicraft, and I was just like, ah, you know what, works for me. Okay, cool. So those are those repeating units done, and now we get to decorate the repeating units with these. So the copper chain and iron trapdoor can go anywhere on the top. So that was the corner. I'm going to try and be semi-variated with this. Like, I'm not going to just use a random number generator, you know, like, I'm going to try and make it seem like there's a randomness to it. I never used it before, Whimsicraft, now I use it all the time. Yeah, I like it. I don't know. It just seems so, like, neutrally positive and happily friendly. I really like it. I don't even know who started it on Whimsicraft. It was probably Spaghetti, to be honest. Like, it was probably when we were logging in, like, day 1. People were using it, and then we were just like, okay, cool, this is it. Standard greeting forever now. There are so many of these. We're gonna be here for a while decorating. It's all good. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, God. Why am I unmuted in game? Must have accidentally hit B when I hit space. That's the thing, like, I like having mute right next to my thumb, because then it's super accessible, rather than being M, which is, I'd actually have to reach my hand, whereas B is where my thumb rests naturally. But it is also problematic because it's where my thumb rests naturally, so it's much easier to accidentally mute myself. Which is annoying, but it is what it is. Okay, cool. Right, those are done. And then each of these has 2 black buttons, 2 grey buttons, and 1 lever. And I quite like that. So you can't really put a lever like that though. Basically the only place I put the lever is a place that you can put it, because so the lever is more difficult to place. Because if I do that, it pushes a piston. Okay. Interesting. So it seems that by accident, the lever only has one spot it can go. And that spot is sometimes where I put this. I mean, that's fine. I'm not annoyed by that. It's chill. We can run with it. Okay, that one got me, Ruby. That was good. Oh, I like that. Oh, you know, I'm really dumb. The lever can go anywhere because I don't have to flick the lever. I can just place it. I can just, yeah. Like, sure, it's sometimes nice to have a flick lever, but I don't need to. What? Why? Oh, it updated the bud power. Right. Obviously. So I can't place a button against that block. Fair enough. Oh, that's the wrong one. It's not supposed to be that type. It is that one. Sure. There we go. And then lever, button, 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 button. Cool. And then that works for me. Maybe some symmetry for once would be worth it, but obviously not too much. You can never want to do too much symmetry. It's all well and good, but sometimes there needs to be something. There always has to be something random. Yeah, I am a fan of how this is coming along. Oh, I can flick it there as well. That works. So there are only two spots that a flicked lever can be. I guess it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna put this here. Here, here, here. Try not to think about it too much if I can help it, although I didn't want that one to be there. Did want it to be here. Oh, yep, that's right. IRS! Yo, yo, yo. Welcome in. Cool, let's do this. That is true. That is, yeah, no. The fact that there is zero context to Ruby's message above is hilarious and great, and I will not be providing any context for it at all. Connections and money. That I unfortunately do not have. Would be nice though. There's a guy I knew who was like, oh yeah, so I'm just gonna go out and hang out in like a really cool area for a while. And we were just like, oh dang, that's really cool. How did you get into that position? He was like, my dad. And we were just like, oh, okay. Sure. Flippin' sure. Totally, you have no connection. Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Wink, wink. Yep. Cool. Making a 2 hours video of him yapping at a black screen for people to fall asleep to. To be fair, in the video, I do make a comment about falling asleep to the video. So, that is technically the closest guess you've had so far. Technically. How How did it take an hour to just build those? Oh my... I mean, I variated the ground and then built those, and it took an hour. It took an hour. What on earth is that? Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Cool. Let's have a sleep. Then, yeah. Yeah, no, 2-hour video. If you want a 2-hour video of me yapping, watch a stream. Time to sleep. Time to sweep. Okay. I'm gonna have some water. Give me a sec. Yeah, Ruby, no one cares about you enough to get 1 million views, come on. No, yeah, no, that's... No, I'm just really good at being concise. It's my greatest skill in life, don't you worry. Okay, cool, so now we can start thinking about some other bits to add to this. So I really like these, I think they look super industrial and cool. One thing I do want to do is I want to fly over to... I was thinking to myself, this is literally just a stream. Yes, it is. Whee! So the idea of this is that I can... Go back. Let me go back. Ah, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, no... Yes. I want to look at Cake and Crumb's place, because it should have some really good inspiration for different blocks that I could use. I don't think any of this is spoiled. Nah, it's not spoiled, it's fine. Dang, this place is cool. Ooh, grindstones, blast furnaces. Oh, blast furnaces are so expensive though, I can't be using that. Cannot be using that, that would be insane. Okay, more blast furnaces, Endrard's glass. It's not quite the right style, is it? They're a little bit too futuristic to match up with what I'm doing, which is fine. It's fine. But I do still want to look at a couple of their blocks. What are they using under... Ah! Fair enough. Yeah. Cake is so good at building. It's actually insane. Daylights. Oh, rails! Of course! Yeah, I should definitely use rails. I don't like daylight sensors. They look too organic because they're made of wood. But yeah, rails. We should get some of them. That should be a cool thing to add. There we go. Cool. Let's get some rails. And then we can be on our way. Cool. Okay. Yeah, the timing isn't always great on that one, but I'm gonna try it. Draw my life. Oh my god, I would hate doing that. Like, I've nothing against draw my life. What I have against it is I can't draw. So it would just be the most genuinely awful thing ever. Yeah, it would just be bad. Bruh. I moved out of the way of the bumper. Oh, okay. I like the bumper, it's cool, but dang, is it annoying to looking? Oh, good. It would be funny. It would be, but genuinely, I wouldn't have that much stuff, something of interest to talk about. Like, legitimately, I don't think there's enough interesting stuff to draw and to talk about. Like, I don't know. It's like, wow, I grew up and then I played Minecraft and now I still play Minecraft. Like, that's it. That's everything. Oh my god. I'm gonna quickly check Discord, people. Give me 2 seconds. Be right back. What is this? Oh, okay. That is nothing of interest in the slightest. Great, that looks so weird. Because it's like the smooth edges, it looks so bad. I know it's just like an internal, like intra-inventory texture, and so it's irrelevant, but it looks like weirdly awful, and I'm not sure why. I think those pixels should be inset so that you kind of can't see it. But I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for the day. Have a good stream, brother. Have a good day, brother. Hope you are able to be productive and chilled. I think that would be cool. But yeah, appreciate you stopping by. Right, rails. That's why I went back to my house. I love not concentrating on what I'm doing in the slightest. That's the thing, it's always the trade-off of like, do I care about chat or do I care about remembering what the heck I'm doing? I'm like, nah, I care about chat way more. Right, rails. Oh, okay. I have rails. That works for me. I'm a fan of that. So that'll do me nicely. Awesome. Throw them in here. Yeah, that's really nice. Okay, cool. So what other things do we want to include? I think things that look marginally less steampunky would be good. Like the copper with the iron trapdoor is such a steampunkish detail that I feel like we want some more stuff that feels a bit less like that. Maybe something a little bit closer to cyberpunk, which is where the rails, like the coolant units and rails, will come in more. Yeah, so if I grab myself some droppers and some rails, just something as simple as that really makes a difference. So what I'm going to do is I am going to run through and add a bunch of dropper and rail based coolant units. So some will be smaller, some will be bigger, but I think these will work nicely as one of the many details. So if I do that, yeah, kind of different variations on the rail and dropper scenario. Like, even though it's so basic, I feel like it just works. Like it's always worked, just kind of using droppers in this way. It's always been good. So we're gonna not do that. Can face these away from each other, maybe not include a rail on that one. I don't think there should ever be rails with no context. I think that doesn't make sense. Just rails with no context, as in just like that on the ground. I think that doesn't quite work. Yeah, not entirely sure what all these droppers are doing. That's something that you should have when you're building. You should have motivation for things existing, and it makes it easier to build. But yeah, for this I'm not really doing that. I'm not sure why, but yeah, we're not really motivating anything's existence right now. Yeah. Cool. I mean, I could swap these for a chain real quick. Do this. Yeah, there are definitely some things that I'm going to need to change to make them more varied, more interesting. But for now, I'm happy doing some basic moss carpet. There's different places in like my starter base where you can stand, where you literally just pick up carpets constantly. It is really annoying, I'm not gonna lie. It's really annoying, but that's what happens when you have an ultra compact house. That thing being in render right now is so distracting. It's kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. But it's fine. At some point, it will be covered up, which is really cool. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but it should happen at some point, which I think is rather cool. I kind of want to do stripes if I can. I mean, that's not really what I intended to do, but I like the variation. Just want to do normal stripes. So if I do this and then... Oh, that's difficult. Dang, is there a way to make that not do that? Probably not. I'm trying to remember. I guess you're supposed to generally... Ah, that's how you're supposed to do it. Hey, there we go. That's what I want to do. That's what we want, chat. Now, if anyone touches those rails, they're just going to destroy themselves and be stupid, but that's what we want. They're dropping. Yeah, they're droppers, I guess. Try to power. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna be so real. Huh? Alright, cool. So... this is crazy. It's so many bits to do. Yeah. So many little bits of industrial rubbish. I could start doing some stuff with buttons too. Buttons make things better. I like the cross that this produces, a very thick cross that you get from it. I think it's pretty interesting. Yeah. Cool. I don't know if this may look terrible. Oh no, that looks fine. It's much different. Okay, and boom. This end is going to look a bit barren for a bit because it's going to be a bit different. Because it will have one of these big ones. Because it's suspended like this. This I'm not sure what to do about because this is how Fern built it, right? With just that. I really don't like it because it's floating. But I don't really know what to do about it. Because diagonal stuff in Minecraft is such a pain. I guess... You know what? I'm going to take a break from this and try and experiment and make that look better. Because I think it could be improved. But we just need to figure out how. How do we make it better? How do we make it better? Try vertical slabs. Would be nice, but no. Wow, my mouth is so dry. Like, it's 18 degrees C. It is not warm. Like, what? Like, that's warm for me personally, but that's not, like, egregiously hot. Like, what is going on? I just can't speak. What was I up here for? Ah, yes. These. Sign. Yeah. Nah. It's not quite what we need. Now, here's a question. Where is my boat? Did I leave it all the way down there? I mean, probably. Let's find out. Bouncing time. But yeah, I was thinking of doing the thing that people do when they build ship's sails, where they use kind of a lot of fences kind of placed diagonally next to each other. I always think that can look fairly good. So I'm gonna try that. I don't know what it's gonna look like. It may look terrible. Where is my boat? It's not here. What? But yeah, I was thinking that if I... Okay, that's not what I just do this and kind of connect it all up to the ground at the very least, what would that look like? I mean, it looks marginally less flimsy, but it doesn't really help. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's because of the length of these. If these were all the same, it would look a bit more rigid. I don't know. I mean, I would say that's better for now. I'll ponder it, but I think we've made a tiny bit of an improvement. Because I just hate to do it as floating. It just looks so strange. Because these are cables, like they can't just attach to one block and just stay. Like it's not possible. I don't know. Okay. Did I finish placing all the droppers? I did. Okay, cool. So piston-y things. I think this is maybe one of the better ways to kind of do this, is to build a variety of small bits, small variated bits, and then connect them all together, or like slightly connect each bit with like various chains and iron bars and those types of things, and then eventually it should kind of form some kind of like tangled industrial mess, which is what we're going for. So hopefully we can achieve that. But the next stage of the plan is pistons, so let's grab, you know what, I'll grab some observers. Did I use all my pistons? I did. Okay, so we're going to need to craft up some pistons, which is fine. Oh, I've just realized that this stone in this box is for a different project. That's for the other project, so we don't want to do that. Okay, just gonna put this box away because it's a little bit too valuable because of all the red nether brick in it. It's quite an important box. But yeah, more pistons is what we need. I very much don't have any. Yep, none. So let's craft some up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 3 stacks of planks, which I'm unlikely to have, but I can have a look. Okay, that's almost 2 stacks. That's some birchwood. Oh, okay, we actually do have quite a variety of different blocks, but I will use planks. Now, do I have redstone? Oh, I actually do. And then iron. Not really. Okay, we'll break down this iron real quick. Is what it is. It's important to make sure I have enough iron for a beacon base available. So we're going to do that real quick. And now what we can do is we can use this handy dandy island. This island here is not being used by anyone currently, and it's literally just the perfect place for me to break down ores. I love it. Works awesomely well for everything. Splendid. Right. Cool. Let's do this. I think what I should do is I should do the thing that Mumbo Jumbo calculated a while ago, which is how many blocks do you have to mine? How many pieces of stone do you have to mine before it's worth it to make a beacon? Because like if you're mining 1 block of stone, it's easier to just mine it than build a beacon and then insta-mine it. And like eventually there's a graph where like there's a cutoff point between mining by hand and mining not by hand. Mining by hand and mining with a beacon. So I would like to find that sweet spot for me because not to insult Mumbo Jumbo, but I think I can probably build a beacon faster than him. And so I should hope my ratio is different to his. Ooh, let's do that. And of course, I now don't have any coal. But we don't need that much, so I'll just do it here. Oh, the XP didn't repair my pickaxe. That's depressing. Okay. Do that. Oh, come on. How do I not have the inventory space for this? Oh, bruh. Stop that. I just want to put 8 iron in a furnace. Why is that so difficult? Okay, cool. And then let's pick this up. And then let's put this iron away. Cool. No coal. I love the Mega Mine memes. I'm not gonna lie, they're great. It's just a good movie. It's a good movie. Like it. One of the very few movies that I have watched and actively enjoyed. I would say most likely one of the very few. But yeah, I think it's good. Okay, so now we need a stack of iron. I'm gonna be real. I don't think I've got a stack of iron left in these furnaces. Yeah, might have messed up slightly. Miscalculated the amount of iron quite severely. Yeah. How much short are we gonna be? Almost half a stack. Jeez. Okay. Great. Cool. Oh, and of course it's an odd number. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be an odd number? Okay, so I need 27 more. Okay, let's get 27. That means we need 4 coal. Okay, cool. Nice. So now that's up to smelt. Of course, I just find a random piece of coal. Why wouldn't I? How? How is there a piece of coal? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, cool. Right. Let's run over here. Grab all of this. Okay, and then that will be able to craft us up all the pistons that we need. It's fine. Yeah. So I'll be able to do all the pistons that we need. This is looking interesting already. Does this look sufficiently variated? I mean, it's alright. Works for me. I'm gonna replace this. Not that one. Anything but that one. There we go. That's the poster that we want. Okay, we're so close. Only 3 left. Go. 1 left. Go, 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 go. Nice. 1 stack of pistons. Brilliant. Cool. Put that away. Nice. Let's get back to it. Go, go, go. 1 left. Ooh. I kind of like that double stack. I think it looks cool. Obviously we want some more interesting additions to the double stack if we can help it. But I'm quite the fan. Maybe just some iron trapdoors is all the double stack needs. Oh yeah, that one's cool. And then the idea is that at some point there would be, I don't know, an observer, and then these would be all connected through. Maybe with 2 different types of chain, perhaps? Something like that. Yeah, this is the type of thing that I'm thinking of. That this build would eventually end up looking like. So it would kind of have these interconnected bits of interestingness. So if I kind of Do that, maybe do a rail, and buttons on each side, a lever, yeah. Yeah, these are the types of bits that I'm looking for this build. And it should end up looking relatively cool, I hope. I hope it will end up looking cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like the use of copper here. I think it's a nice block that works well. And then what could this possibly be pushing? Nothing, it's a lever. Okay. And I like these piston sandwiches a lot. I think they look goofy. And kind of line them with buttons or something. I just want to make sure there's enough to interconnect stuff. Nothing, it's a lever. Yeah. I just want to make sure there's enough to connect everything together in a satisfying manner. Do we want this to flash? Because the thing is I could have a bunch of active redstone, but it's kind of laggy. When I say kind of laggy, I mean extremely laggy. So I'm going to try and avoid that as much as I can. It would be in my interest as the person who lives nearby to not have these be making a bunch of lag. I think 3 blocks tall is as tall as these can get. I think if I made them any taller than 3 blocks, they'd look a bit strange. So we're definitely going to try and avoid that. Now, one thing I can do is I can do this, where we actually do have some powered pistons. And I think powered pistons look relatively interesting. They can have things like trapdoors on them. And not that type of trapdoor though. This trapdoor. And then they can be connected with chains, maybe to the power units. I think this is something cool that we can do, is we can kind of interconnect stuff that you might not expect. Actually, I think a piston facing down would look rather interesting. See if we can achieve that. That was such an unnecessarily large amount of work, but it looks cool. Looks interesting to me. Yeah. I think this is going rather well. Of course, you are allowed to disagree with what you see, but I quite like it. I think some parts of it is important for me to make sure that I'm adding kind of extra bits to fill space. I know that sounds kind of you're just filling it for the sake of filling it, but it's important that there's some amount of even distribution of bits, otherwise it just looks a bit strange. So kind of making sure I'm filling it out. How's the building of the bridge? I think it's going rather well. I think I'm kind of understanding what needs to be added and kind of where stuff can be that makes sense. So that's good. But things definitely aren't moving fast yet. And I don't know if they ever will be moving particularly quickly, because this is quite a slow process of including little details. But things are happening. Things are definitely happening. Just need to work out what I'm going to do next. Now with this is quite tiring for me, because it's constantly thinking. Like some of the buildings that I do are deliberately kind of basic, don't need a ton of thought added to them. They kind of just come together. This type of building is very, very, very thoughtful. I guess it needs attention to detail, which I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to maintain for longer than our allotted time today. So we will probably be ending stream on time, which I know is not the biggest tragedy in the world, but often these streams are a bit longer, but today, unfortunately not. So we've got half an hour left, and that will be my time to finish, I think. It's alright, still got plenty to build. Sure, can do this. You short stream. Okay. 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 That works. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm including more of these bigger blocks. Because well, something I can do is I can do this and have a chain coming out the front, and I can modify this so it looks like it's got like an extra unit. Why? Oh, it was updated because I put a piston next to it. I'm stupid. Oh, I need to do everything and then flick the lever last. There we go. Now that looks right. Cool. I think what I'm going to do with the rest of these, you see I've been placing quite a lot of copper without waxing it. That is intentional. The idea is that I'll be able to kind of decide whether I like it or not. Oh, this is a strange concept. It's just an idea, I don't know if I'll like it. You know what? I think that's quite interesting. You know what? It can stay. Can't do that with the iron ones though, unfortunately. Kind of place them down. I think having things in isolation like this, just one block placed, they do look a bit out of place. So I'm gonna try and avoid that if I can. Actually, one thing I can do that I haven't done yet is connect things with levers like this. I like when you do this, I think it looks cool, so I'm gonna do that. I do have a ton of iron bars too, and I generally am not always a fan of them, but I'm gonna spam them a little bit and see what they look like. Using the pistons and observers as what? Just random mechanical components. That's all it is. They don't really serve a specific purpose, they just kind of exist. Yeah, they're just there. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's important to me to not get lazy with building this, and to make sure I'm making something that is genuinely interesting and works. Okay, so I'm gonna what happens if you do that? Okay, that looks awful. I know what to do. I do this, then have the chain coming out. Yeah, and this is the type of structure that I really wanted to include. So, yeah. How's that? That's a bit too boxy. I like that more. Need to make sure I'm not overusing any one block, because I can definitely fall into a trap of placing a block a few too many times, and kind of like, well, that looks nice. I'll just place that, and then it gets boring because I don't consider placing anything else when I really should be. Yeah. Okay. Nice. I am a fan. Okay. Cool. Avery. I guess this part needs something, doesn't it? Definitely needs it. Just do a square. This is a completely undecorated square. Doesn't always have to be complex. Like ones like this, where it's just a couple of blocks, nothing too crazy. Oh, that looks cool. That the iron bar kind of fills the hole, like covers the redstone dot. I quite like that. I think we should take advantage of that more with bits of this build. Now, one thing I am interested in is what does just a ring of iron bars look like? Just it needs something, or does it? I don't know if it does. I think it's fine how it is.
What in the world?
Hello.
Hi, Toby.
How's it going?
What mic is it using? Wait, what? It says I don't have a mic selected. What mic am I using?
Your correct one, it sounds like, but I don't know. What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm confused.
Press V and then go settings, and then it will say.
It says that no mic's connected.
Okay, well, our mic is definitely connected, I can tell you that.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused.
Oh, I received a chat message. Wait. Are you saying your ideas out loud so that when you replay the stream you know what to do in your build? No, I never replay the streams. I'm saying them out loud so that you people know what I'm doing.
Wow, Toby, wow.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever rewatched a stream I've ever done. That is crazy. But yeah, what do you think? What do you think?
It's redstone or something.
I mean, it's not.
It looks like redstone. It's how I see redstone.
You see redstone like this? No. No. Oh no.
I'm gonna be doing that all season.
Oh.
This is great.
Oh boy. It's gonna be tragic because every time you press a button or something, it just breaks everything. Oh. Okay. I should have saved this for my survival world or something. Oh well. But yeah, I'm just trying to build up some interesting things.
Holy, this goes on for a while.
Yeah. You know I gotta do this for the entire bridge, right?
Where are you? Where are you? I can see you. I zoomed in. I was like, where's Toby?
I moved.
I can't believe
but yes,
this.
no, I intend on doing this for the entire bridge all the way to my skyscrapers.
Oh, they're not. They're going to turn green.
Yeah. I don't know whether I'm going to do them green or have a mixture of green and orange. I have no idea. I'm just leaving them for now because I can't be bothered to wax them. But yeah.
Ooh, a furnace. We can make some white glazed terracotta.
I could also not.
Why not? What's wrong with white glazed terracotta, Toby?
It's not useful for me.
No!
That's what you get for pushing my button.
Great. Okay. It's a building for trap or treat, apparently.
Yeah. It is. It was a fun adventure that Schoenberg made, and I unfortunately accidentally discovered the wrong way and therefore couldn't explore. It was very sad.
Goodness, Toby. How could you?
I know.
Wait. Said I was muted. Could I... What?
Is your...
I'm not gonna question that.
Is your computer okay?
No.
Yeah.
1 second, I need to go grab food. I'm out of food.
What did I say? A redstone basement be like? I don't know about that. I don't like... could, to be fair, just put furnaces facing each other with rails or something. That'd be fine. And then... have, like, a trapdoor. And then... another trapdoor. Ooh, I could do a dropper facing down, actually. That would be interesting. And then a dropper facing up. And then... perhaps that... I don't like that, though. Okay. It's very long in that direction. I wonder if I can add something to bring it this way. Then a button. Been neglecting the buttons a little bit. I need to make sure that I'm including them. Me. Me. Okay. Oh, for some reason it did not occur to me that the rock space would still be in render. Oh, half of rock space is in render. Where do I have to go to get the whole thing to render properly? Come on, where is it? Oh my god, the beacon rendering in is crazy. Is that all rendered in now? Think so. Doesn't feel like it though. Don't know why it doesn't feel like it's properly rendered in. No, it must be now. It must be now. Yeah. Yes, it. Whatever. Right. Let's go. Alrighty. Cool. What do I need to do next with this build? I think I need to go over here, maybe. Do this, and then I could do... to be fair, I could just do another one. The levers facing each other. And then have a chain in between. It's so classic, just having the chains like that. It's such a classic detail, but I kind of like it. It works nicely, often. Cool. Okay. Let's zoom out and see what it looks like. It's all very central. But I don't know if that's necessarily bad. Because pushing stuff right up against the walls always looks a little bit weird. So I think I'm happy that it's not all right up against the edge, but also it might be a good excuse for me to put something right up against the edge. Kind of go and properly do that. Like here, where there's nothing. I could, to be fair, this would be interesting. I don't know if it's necessarily good. I don't think that it connects, but once it's not connecting, could be something. Yeah. Works for me. Does it? No, I don't like it. Needs these to be maybe droppers. Then I need something coming forward out of it to break up the, like, forwardness of it, I guess. We can do this and this. And maybe a button. Yeah. Cool. So something about this build that's going to be pretty cool is that as I move, once I go past the corner and go that way, it will change, and the bridge itself will become quite different. I want to show you guys what I mean, because I think it's important to know the details. So if I go down here, fly up. So if I fly over to my base, so when the bridge is all the way, so the bridge over here is going to be cool because it's going to be covered in like foliage. It's going to all be green, lots of trees, and then there's going to be a nice little path that snakes through it and overlooks the coral reef that's just here. And I think that is really, really cool to kind of take advantage of the natural landscape and try and show it off to the people who live here. However, at some point the coral reef ends, and then they would probably not want to walk along the bridge anymore. And that means that the bridge needs to stop being a cool, pretty bridge and can slowly transition back into being the ugly industrial thing. So we're literally going to have a green to grey gradient that stretches the entire length of this. And I think that will be really, really, really cool. Like the nature is pushing back against the industrialness. I think that's a really nice detail. We go, go, go. Oh, this bridge is so long. Oh my god. It's colossal. Honestly, massive respect to Fern for like being able to plan this project, like come up with the idea and then execute it and like get us to come on and help them make this. Like, it's awesome that we've been able to put this together. It's so sick. I love it. The dedication is commendable. Cool. Don't know why I felt like that one needed to be super buttony. Don't know why. Just wanted it to be. Okay. Then we can do a lever, chain, dispensers. There's quite a big chunky one, but every now and again you do need something with a little bit of heft to fill the space. That's alright. I can make things with heft. It's very possible. It's a funny thing that I remember from a video by Jacob Collier where he was conducting an orchestra, who was doing some work with an orchestra. And he made this really cool, like, bassy bit. And then he said, "I think that's too much heft." I thought that was quite funny. It was so powerful. It took away from other parts of what he'd created. And honestly, I think that's can be quite the lesson to learn. Maybe that sometimes things that could be super awesome, powerful, and crazy need to not be, to give space to other things, because sometimes the subtlety of the other bits is actually more important than the pure incredible drama that something so powerful could theoretically bring. But yeah, this space here is feeling super empty. I'm gonna put in an absolute ton of furnaces. Like, all those furnaces, that's a stack of cobblestone I just placed down. Like, it is insane the amount of resources that I'm using right now for this. But it looks good, and therefore is worth it. Time for a long lever chain. Although, to be fair, I could do quite a lot of chains, because I could do this. Then I could have a couple of... Okay, I didn't want to break all of that, to be honest. Oh well, let's do this. So I want to do that. Have a couple of observers. And then I can just extend it. Have levers like this. And then take even more chains, but so this is 3 chains. I'm going to make it not symmetrical, so we have 2, and we can do that, that, and yeah, nice. That's a bit interesting and a bit cool, a bit different. That's what we're looking for. Something that's different. Something that looks different is really important, because at the end of the day, this is going to get a bit monotonous. Like, we are working on a limited block palette here, so let's take advantage of all the blocks that we have available to us. Yeah, that bit there is looking alright. Still needs more though, but we need more buttons, so I'm going to go back and get some of them. But yeah, this is going to be a long project that I'm definitely going to start working on in more streams. Like the last few streams have been a bit haphazard, just trying to find something to work on, but I think this is going to be our long-term goal now, is getting this bridge done through the next few streams. I think that would be really, really, really cool. So yeah, let's keep persevering with these bits, because this section here just feels so good, and the other sections are just yeah. But I have run out of buttons. Let's grab some more stone. Let's grab some more black stone. Grab some more buttons. But yeah, more water. Cool. Let's get it. I love the fact that my microphone has a mute button, but the button is so loud that it's picked up by the microphone when I click it. Like, oh, great. That's really useful. What were the designers thinking? Oh, water naturals, there we go. Oh, I don't have many of them, that's good. Glad I grabbed them, because these are kind of a pain to get, these small drip leaves. Good to have them available. Cool. What are we doing next? Looks like I need to grab some more rails when we're back down there, and I can take the opportunity to put these iron blocks away that I grabbed but do not need. Cool. Yeah, the chains are subtle. Like, more like as you're very zoomed out, the chains are relatively subtle to see, but I like them. So Night, it's all good. I'm glad you're here at all, Night, because I wanted to wish you a happy birthday on stream. Yep, we guessed that's where you might be. We definitely guessed that. So yes, I was going to message you earlier in the day, and I was like, nah, I'm streaming, and Night's probably going to be there. I will wait. I'm glad I did. Okay, cool. So yeah, that is I can't believe that's 2 hours progress. Like, it's quite long, but it still doesn't feel like that much. I guess, what, we've placed a stack and a half of pistons, observers, dropped, yeah. We got so many presents. Yo! What was the best one? You gotta tell us, come on. It's story time. You have a Pokemon themed backpack and tote bag. Okay, that's kind of sick. I'm not the biggest fan of Pokemon, but I get it. I understand why people like Pokemon so much. It's fun. It's very fun. For a long time, the only like proper experience of Pokemon I had was just like Pokemon Roblox games. Before I like properly started consuming real Pokemon media. But yeah, boyfriend got him. Nice. He knows what's up. let's do this and... Yeah, something I'm trying to work out is about the oxidation levels of the various bits of copper. But I'm sure I'll figure it out. Yeah. I mean, sure, could do this. You've got a binder for some Pokemon cards and a Japanese EX pulled from a pack. Oh, sick. That's very cool. That's very, very cool. Okay. Yeah, wait. I feel like I'm getting better at this, trying to figure out, like, what needs to go in what place. Kind of naturally getting a feel for it more. Yeah, I think it's almost starting to flow in my brain of, like, figuring out what needs to be where. Because that's the most difficult part about this build, is working out where blocks want to be. I didn't get any more buttons. We need to do that. I need buttons. They're imperative. I don't like the the pressure plates quite so much though. I think they're a bit too much. Especially the did I have buttons? Oh, it's only 24. Yeah, especially the blackstone, like, quite a lot. The blackstone pressure plates, they're very eye-catching because of how dark, big and dark they are. So we're going to try and avoid those. Not entirely, but somewhat avoid them. I can't remember where I was building. But yeah, can do this. Maybe some droppers. And then another couple of pistons. I don't know why I decided to make this bit so very chunky, but that's what we're going for this one. Yeah, no, you better do your coolness. No, I swear to God, if the coolness thing is like, ah, no, 5%. No, get out of here. Should be at least 900. Come on, slash coolness. Ooh. Come on, go do the thing. 612. Okay, that is an insult from the machine right there. Come on. Yeah. Dang. Oh well. Just do tower of furnaces. Yeah, I think one thing I'm being pretty careful to do is to not let anything overhang the edge. No trapdoors or anything, or levers. I want it to feel pretty self-contained, because if you're boating along here, you don't want to feel like it's kind of encroaching on you a little bit, so I'm going to avoid that as best we can. 565, no, it's falling! What is going on? Be nice to me, it's my birthday. 805, there we go, that's better. That's more like it. Yippee. Okay, cool. So, this looks kind of nice. Does the floor need more variation? No, I don't think it does. I think it's good how it is. And that means that unfortunately, people, we have approached the end of stream. My voice has been dead for the entire stream. And this is pretty tiring to do because it's so creative. So yeah, I'm gonna dip out, I guess, on time today, which is not what I normally do on these streams, but it is unfortunately what it is. So I'm gonna clear up and say a slow goodbye. But yes, it is the end of stream. So people, if you enjoyed, even if you're only here for like 10 minutes or whatever, I appreciate you coming to stream. And next Whimsicraft stream, it'll just be more of this. Legit, should just be more of this. Oh, these are the and stone slabs, we don't need those. Yeah, should just be more of this. So yeah, I appreciate everybody stopping by, and I will see you all next time. I'm gonna put these slabs away real quick, actually. I don't need 10 billion stone slabs, I'm gonna be real. Oh, those boxes are full, whatever. Okay. See everybody later. Bye everybody. Bye bye bye. Bye. Wow. My voice is so dead I couldn't even do a proper long goodbye without my voice cracking. Bye bye.